I'm Elise. I'm going to demonstrate how to move a patient from a seated position to standing up. I have Chris here, who's going to help me with this demonstration. Chris has just moved from a lying position to sitting on the edge of the bed. Now, the technique I'm going to show you can also be used from a chair or from the toilet. So, if you're going to use a gait aid, at this stage you would position the gait aid in front of the patient. Then, before standing the patient up, you want to ensure they are in the correct position. So first, I'll get Chris to push through his hands and shuffle his bottom forward. Excellent, Chris. Then, I'll get him to position his feet so they are hip width apart. Yep. And align his toes in line with his knees. Position your foot in front of the patient's foot to avoid it from slipping forward when they stand up. Then I will ensure that I'm positioned on the patient's side. If the patient has a weaker side, ensure that you are positioned on that side. Then I'm going to let the patient know to lean forward so his head is over his toes and going upwards, and to push up with his hands. So standing up, Chris. Excellent work. And we'll sit you back down. So if the patient's using a walking aid, you can also have one hand positioned on the bed and one up on the walking frame so that the patient is already leaning that little bit forwards. So if the patient requires assistance to stand up, position your front hand in front of the chest or on the collarbone and the back hand over their hip or ischial tuberosity. So we're going to lean forward and up, Chris, on 3. 1, 2, 3. Excellent work. If the patient is having difficulties after you've provided assistance, reassess your technique. So ensure the patient might need to move a little bit more forward on the edge of the bed. They might even need to move their nose a little bit more forward in order to stand up. Or you could even adjust the height of the bed. It's much easier to stand up from a higher height. Okay, and we'll try again. So leaning forward, forward and up. Well done. If the patient is still having trouble standing up, sit them back down and return them to bed. Then seek advice or assistance from another clinician. Consider using another piece of equipment and refer to physiotherapy and occupational therapy.